Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
It's caught inside the 25. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, I love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only about the 40. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Touchdown, Giants! Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
That one finds Hyatt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Giants. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Now, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, pass. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Hands it off out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll need something special here on the third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Now Hurts looking to change the play. From the 39, Hurts flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms?
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Now it's Watson. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
A shotgun snap for Watson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They go play action with Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, Silver. Let's get out of here with a win, Cole.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, Watson.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Eagles nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Hyatt has got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Looking Hyatt's way once again.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to try and throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Bass, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Bass, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now Hurts going to move him around.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And now they'll shift things around. Throwing is Hurts.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Watson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First down, Giants.
Watson off play action. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 10.
Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Isaiah Hodgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they can run.
Record up to a strong 4-.